Have you ever heard of Bob Proctor? He was one of the most influential mentors in personal development. For over 50 years, he studied and taught a simple but powerful idea: your thoughts create your reality. He wrote books like You Were Born Rich and helped countless people transform their lives and achieve financial success. His teachings have inspired many to change the way they think and, as a result, change their entire reality. Starting today, we're going to explore his philosophy in a 3-part series. In this first video, we'll dive deep into the idea that your thoughts create your reality. The second video will focus on the law of attraction, how to attract what you want into your life. And in the third video, we'll talk about taking action, because success isn't just about thinking, it also requires action. These 3 ideas are connected, and everything starts with one simple step: changing the way you think. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered, why is my life the way it is? Why do I struggle to get what I want? Why do some people succeed while others don't, even if they start from the same place? Most people believe their circumstances are shaped by luck, environment, or talent. But Bob Proctor had a different perspective. He said, your current reality is the result of your past thoughts. At first, that might sound strange, even frustrating. You might think, that's not true, I never chose this life. But take a moment to reflect. Every day, you tell yourself stories about who you are. I'm not a leader. I'm not the type of person who takes risks. I'm not good with money. This is just the way life is. And here's the thing, your life unfolds exactly as you believe it will. Let me give you an example. Imagine 2 people, A and B. They went to the same school, grew up in similar environments, and had the same opportunities. But 10 years later, their lives look completely different. A has a stable job but constantly struggles with money. Whenever a new opportunity comes up, he tells himself, I'm not smart enough for that. People who succeed are just lucky or naturally talented. Because of these beliefs, he never steps outside his comfort zone. B, on the other hand, has built his own business and achieved financial freedom. But he wasn't born wealthy or special. The only difference? B believed, I can figure this out. If I try, I'll improve. That belief led to different emotions. Those emotions led to different actions, and those actions created completely different results. At first, the difference between A and B wasn't obvious. A small shift in mindset doesn't seem like much in a day, a week, or even a month. But over 10 years, their realities are worlds apart. So why don't we all just change our thinking and take action? Because something holds us back. And that is our paradigm. A paradigm is a set of beliefs and habits we've been conditioned to accept since childhood. We treat it as reality, but in truth, it's just a collection of thoughts we've repeated over and over. Have you ever heard the story of the circus elephant? When elephants are young, trainers tie their legs to a post with a rope. At first, the baby elephant tries to escape, but after several failed attempts, it gives up. Even when it grows into a strong adult elephant, it still won't try to break free, because in its mind, it believes it can't escape. That's exactly how paradigms work. I'm not good at public speaking, so you never practice. I'm not a creative person, so you never explore new ideas. I don't have the discipline to succeed, so you never even try. But here's the good news. Beliefs can be changed. Let me tell you about a man who put this idea to the test. For years, he was stuck, struggling financially, unhappy with his job, convinced he was just an average person. Then one day, he heard Bob Proctor speak, and he asked himself a simple but life-changing question. What if my thoughts really are shaping my reality? So he ran a small experiment. Every morning, he told himself, I'm becoming the kind of person who attracts opportunities. Whenever something new came up, instead of saying, I can't, he said, I should give it a try. Instead of thinking, I'm bad with money, he started saying, I can learn to manage money well. At first, nothing seemed different. But after a few weeks, he started noticing small changes. One day, he found himself accepting a new project at work. Another day, he met someone who introduced him to a great opportunity. Slowly but surely, his reality began to shift. And that's when he realized, my thoughts really are shaping my life. There's a famous quote by Henry Ford, whether you think you can or you think you can, you're right. If you believe you can change, you'll act accordingly. If you believe you can change, you'll start making different choices. And here's the most important thing. You always have the power to choose your thoughts. Right now, you can choose to keep thinking the same way you always have. Or you can choose to experiment with new thoughts just like the man in our story did. So here's my challenge for you. Try this experiment. 1. Every morning, ask yourself a positive question. What if today brings me a new opportunity? 2. Replace negative self-talk with a positive alternative. Instead of, I'm not good at this, try, I'm learning and improving. 3. Take one small action outside your comfort zone. Even a tiny step in a new direction can create momentum. Over time, small changes in thinking lead to huge changes in reality. Your future starts right now with the thoughts you choose today. In the next video, we'll explore the law of attraction and how to bring what you desire into your life. Here's a question for you. What is one limiting belief you're ready to change? Leave a comment below and let's start this journey together. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. In the first video, we talked about how your thoughts shape your reality, how the beliefs you hold influence your emotions, your actions, and ultimately your results. But if changing your thoughts is the first step, what comes next? How do you turn your thoughts into real-life results? That's exactly what we're going to explore today. The law of attraction. Bob Proctor spent his life teaching that everything in the universe operates by law. Just like gravity. These laws are always working, whether you believe in them or not. And one of the most powerful laws is the law of attraction. Simply put, like attracts like. The thoughts you hold consistently in your mind shape the experiences, opportunities, and even the people you attract into your life. Have you ever noticed that when you start thinking about something, you suddenly see it everywhere? Maybe you're thinking about buying a new car, and suddenly that exact model appears all over the road. Or maybe you're considering changing careers, and out of nowhere, you start meeting people who have made similar changes. Is it just a coincidence? Not at all. What's happening is your brain is now filtering information differently. Your subconscious mind constantly scans for things that match what you focus on. Imagine you're in a crowded room full of background noise and conversations. If someone suddenly says your name from across the room, your ears instantly pick it up. Why? Because your brain is designed to tune in to what's relevant to you. And here's the key. It doesn't judge whether what you're focusing on is good or bad. If you constantly think, I always struggle with money, your brain will look for more proof of that struggle. If you think, I attract great opportunities, your brain will start noticing opportunities you would have ignored before. So here's the big question. What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on what you want? Or are you focusing on what you don't want? Because whatever it is, you're attracting more of it. This might sound abstract, but it's actually based on science. Physics tells us that everything is made of energy. Your thoughts, emotions, and even your words carry a frequency. When you're feeling confident, grateful, and excited about life, your energy is high. When you're doubtful, frustrated, or fearful, your energy is low. And according to the law of attraction, you attract things that match your energy. If you constantly think, I'm not good enough, you'll attract experiences that reinforce that belief. If you shift your thoughts to, I am capable and I'm improving every day, you'll start drawing in opportunities that reflect that belief. So the real challenge is, how do you shift your energy? Most people spend more time thinking about what they don't want than what they do want. Have you ever said things like, I don't want to be broke anymore. I don't want to feel stuck in my job. I don't want to attract negative people. The problem is, your brain doesn't process negatives the way you think it does. If I say, don't think about a pink elephant, what happens? You think about a pink elephant. The same applies to your goals. If you keep saying, I don't want to struggle anymore, your focus is still on the struggle. Instead, flip it. Ask yourself, what do I really want? Instead of, I don't want to struggle with money, say, I want financial freedom. Instead of, I don't want to feel lost in my career, say, I want a job that excites me. The first step to attracting what you want is getting clear on it. Here's something most people get wrong about the law of attraction. They think, I'll be happy when I get what I want. But the law of attraction doesn't work like that. It's not achieve first, feel later. It's feel first, attract later. If you want to attract success, you have to start feeling successful now. If you want to attract love, you have to start feeling love now. Bob Proctor used to say, act as if you already have what you want. Not to fake it, but to shift your energy into alignment with your desires. Start small. If you want financial abundance, instead of saying, I can't afford that, start saying, I'm learning how to create more wealth. If you want confidence, don't wait until you become confident. Start practicing confidence now, in the way you speak, move, and think, because your energy attracts experiences that match it. A lot of people misunderstand the law of attraction. They think if they just visualize what they want, it will magically appear. But the law of attraction isn't about just sitting back and waiting. It's about aligning your thoughts so that you're naturally drawn to the right actions. Think of it this way. If you're constantly thinking, I'm bad at meeting new people, you'll avoid social situations. But if you start telling yourself, I'm open to new connections, you'll naturally feel more confident about putting yourself out there. When you shift your beliefs, you start noticing chances to take action. And when you act, momentum builds. There's a powerful truth in all of this. You always have a choice. You can choose to focus on your doubts, or you can choose to focus on possibilities. You can choose to stay stuck in old patterns, or you can choose to shift your energy and attract new opportunities. And remember this, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. The law of attraction isn't about wishful thinking. It's about choosing your thoughts deliberately, feeling aligned with your goals, and taking action. So here's my challenge for you. Try this. 1, get clear on what you want. Stop focusing on what you don't want. 2, start feeling the energy of your goals before they arrive. 3, take small actions in alignment with the life you want to create. Your future isn't waiting to happen. It's responding to the energy you're putting out right now. In the next video, we'll talk about how to take massive action and turn these ideas into real-life results. For now, here's a question. What's one thing you're ready to attract into your life? Leave a comment below, and let's start this journey together. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. In the last 2 videos, we talked about how your thoughts shape your reality and how the law of attraction helps you align with opportunities. But here's the truth. Thoughts alone won't change your life. You can visualize success, shift your beliefs, and attract new possibilities, but nothing happens without action. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. How to take massive action and turn your goals into real-world results. Because while belief is important, success is always built on consistent, intentional action. We all know people who talk about their dreams, but never take the first step. Maybe you've experienced it yourself, feeling inspired, getting excited about a goal, but somehow never following through. So why do people stay stuck? For most, it comes down to 3 major barriers. First, waiting for the right time. Thinking, I'll start when I'm ready. But the truth is there is no perfect time. Successful people don't wait until they feel fully prepared. They start before they're ready. Second, fear of failure. Worrying, what if it doesn't work? But failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the process. Every successful person you admire has failed multiple times. The difference is they didn't stop. And third, overthinking the first step. Feeling overwhelmed by not knowing where to start. But action isn't about having a perfect plan, it's about building momentum. If any of these sound familiar, you're not alone. The key is to recognize these patterns and shift your focus from thinking to doing. Taking action doesn't mean jumping in blindly. Smart action follows a process. So here's a simple 3-step formula to make sure your actions lead to real progress. First, decide what you want with clarity. A vague goal leads to vague results. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, get specific. Say, I want to increase my income by 50% in the next year. Or, I want to start my own business within 6 months. Or, I want to be in the best shape of my life by the end of this year. Clarity is powerful because it directs your focus. And where focus goes, energy flows. Think of it like using a GPS. If you don't enter a specific destination, how can you expect to arrive where you want to be? So ask yourself, what do I truly want? Write it down, be clear, and make it real. Second, create a bias for action. Most people spend too much time planning and not enough time doing. But success comes from momentum, not perfection. So instead of aiming to get everything right, aim to get started. If you want to start a business, talk to one person who's already doing it. If you want to improve your health, go for a short walk today. If you want financial freedom, start by reviewing where your money is going. One small step turns into another, and before you know it, you're making real progress. Remember, you don't need to see the whole staircase to take the first step. Third, build consistency through discipline. Taking action once isn't enough. Success comes from repeated effort over time. Think about this. Would you go to the gym once and expect to be fit forever? Of course not. The same applies to any goal. Consistency is what creates lasting results. The easiest way to stay consistent? Turn actions into habits. Set small daily commitments that are easy to keep. Track your progress to stay motivated. Surround yourself with people who push you to stay on track. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't intelligence, talent, or luck. It's discipline. Discipline isn't about motivation. It's about making action a habit, even when you don't feel like it. One of the biggest mistakes people make? Moving too slowly. When you take fast, decisive action, you create momentum, and momentum leads to confidence and results. Bob Proctor used to say, "Successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly. Unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and change them quickly." Think about that for a second. How many times have you spent weeks or months overthinking something, only to never take action? Contrast that with moments when you acted immediately. How much more progress did you make? The faster you start, the faster you learn, and the faster you grow. So, if you've been waiting to make a change, stop waiting. Decide and act. By now, you understand how thoughts shape reality, how attraction works, and why action is the missing link. But knowledge alone doesn't create change. Execution does. So here's my challenge for you. Commit to one action today. Choose a goal and write it down. Take the first step, no matter how small. Commit to showing up every day, even when it's hard. Your success isn't waiting for you in the future. It's built by the decisions you make right now. And there's one last thing. I want you to remember, you are 100% responsible for your results. Not your past. Not the economy. Not your circumstances. You. That might sound harsh, but it's actually empowering, because it means you have full control over what happens next. You always have a choice. You can choose to wait. You can choose to doubt yourself. Or you can choose to take action and create the life you want. And remember this, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. The only difference between those who succeed and those who don't is who takes action. So my final question to you is this: what action are you going to take today? Drop a comment below and let's make it real. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.